Hello, everyone. This is Jeremy
This is Josh.
with another episode of the Twinfire Podcast.
Yay.
This is going to be our third official episode. Last week, you might have noticed, whoever consistently listens, might have noticed we didn't get to post last week. Josh's mic ended up having difficulties with one of the wires. So we're going to end up posting what we had. It's just going to be a shorter episode. We're going to post them about the same time as this one.
We're either going to call it a mini-sode or maybe like a highlight. Maybe we can start doing extra little... Yeah, we can start
Something
doing,
like that, yeah.
We can start doing like little mini-sodes of like stuff where we... Like, let's say we messed up a story or something, and if it's funny or something, maybe we could say it's like a highlight. Or maybe just a mini-sode. Either way.
Yeah, it's just going to be shorter than what we usually do.
You know, let us know in the comments if you guys think that that's a good idea. I mean, we'll try it out. We're going to post it regardless as like a mini-sode or a highlight. Maybe that might even be a whole totally additional thing as a highlight. You know, maybe one specific scene that's really funny. Like, people took really particularly to the whole leggy thing. Maybe we can make that a highlight eventually, you know. But that's future stuff. For now, we're going to pump out another episode.
Cool. And you said you wanted to say something to everyone?
I'm actually going to be going on to a podcast at my school. And they gave me the opportunity to kind of plug myself when I go. I'm the president of the Active Minds Club at Barstow Community College. So they gave me the opportunity of me and another part of the, you know, I don't want to say administration, but like the group leaders, you know, like treasurer. I know I'm butchering the name, but like the main part, I don't even know how to word it, but like president, treasurer,
Secretary.
Yeah, all of that. Me and another part of the administration are going to be going onto our Barstow Community College, one of our podcasts there. And they asked us to go be guests and kind of advocate for mental health. And I took them up on that. Me and someone else from there.
The group, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be going on, and they gave me the opportunity as well to kind of plug our podcast. You know, I told them about me and Jeremy's podcast, and she was like, oh, yeah, you can totally plug it. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. You know, that's going to be really good for us. So by the time that this episode comes out, I probably will have already been on that podcast, or maybe this will be the first podcast anybody from Barstow Community College who listens to the Barstow Community College podcast.
If you're coming from there, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I know I'm going to be a lot more serious toned when I'm on the podcast for the school, obviously. But I know this is a little more silly, a little more laid back. But, you know, we give our opinions, we give our thoughts, and we always have respect for mental health. So at the end of the day, I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, I know maybe people that are coming over here, they see me as a advocate for mental health, a figure of that sense. And I always am. I know I make my jokes, but, you know, I don't want this to dilute that either, or that to dilute this. I'm coming on here and we're just being funny and reading Reddit stories. None of this is our stories. So, you know, I know this doesn't hurt my image by reading a story, but, you know, like Jeremy said, if this is your guys' first time listening, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us.
I know we're still pretty new, but
yeah, still. Exactly. Thank you guys for joining us in the beginning of our journey.
Yeah.
Also, something that we want to address. Eventually, we want to start having guests. I know a few people at where I work, or just friends, people online. They're talking about wanting to be on our show as a guest, and I know people that actually do very successful podcasts.
Yeah.
And you know, plug for plug type of thing, or maybe they just want to come on and maybe show us how it's done. You know, that's an awesome thing. Maybe we go on their show.
Any help's welcome.
Yeah, we go on their show, see how they do it. Maybe they'll give us some advice. Yeah. Maybe they come on our show. There's no advice we can give. We're too new.
True.
But, you know, maybe we can see how it is being a guest.
Yeah.
You know, having someone as a guest versus being a guest on a show. You know, eventually we're going to start having, you know, friends on the show or other people from podcasts. But that's in the near future. First, we got to get another mic. We got to keep our current mics working.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's in the foreseeable future, and I'm super stoked about that.
Cool. Anything else before we start?
I'm good to go.
Cool. Shall we roll for first?
Yes, sir. We got a D20. Classic rules. Let's see who gets the highest number. They're going to go first.
Cool.
Jeremy rolls.
Jeremy will roll first. 13.
13. Hard to beat.
A 4.
And a 4. I think I win.
Yeah. Go for it.
So, Jeremy's going to be first.
All right. All right, so the first one we have for today is, am I the asshole for telling my brother he can't propose to his girlfriend at my wedding?
Ooh. I'm already mixed on
Yeah,
it.
right.
I'm not even going to give my opinion yet, because maybe... I mean, if we want to go right off the bat...
No. But we'll hear it out. All right, so it reads, I need some honest judgment because my family is making me feel like I'm the most selfish person alive right now. I am getting married in 3 weeks. The planning has been intense, but I've been so excited. My older brother is in the wedding party. Last night, he came over with what he called a great idea. He asked if, during the reception, he could have a quick moment to propose to his girlfriend. He explained his plan. In the middle of the slow dances, he would get to the DJ to give him the microphone, say a few sentimental words about love and family, and then propose to her right there on the dance floor. I was completely shocked, told him no, absolutely not. I said my wedding day is for me and my fiance, not for his proposal. He argued that it would only take 2 minutes, that everyone we love is already together, and that it would make the day even more memorable. I stood my ground. I told him it was inappropriate and that he should plan for his own special moment for Anna. He got really angry. He called me a bridezilla. Said I've always been selfish and that this is why we aren't closer. Then he left. Ooh. Now my parents are involved. They called and are pressuring me to let him do it. Aww. They say it would be a beautiful surprise and that I would want to share the joy. My mom asked why I can't be generous and said that it would give everyone another happy memory from the day. My fiance is fully on my side and thinks the request was incredibly out of line. But with my entire family taking me out as the villain, I'm starting to doubt myself. Maybe I'm being too possessive a single day. So am I the asshole for refusing to let my brother propose at my wedding? No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because, you know what? I guess it depends on the person. You know what I mean? I could definitely see it from both sides. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's your day. You know what I mean?
Your wedding day is your day.
Yeah. Your wedding day is your day. It's yours and your spouse's day. You didn't plan that event for someone else to get proposed to and take that limelight.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're willing to, then sure.
Yeah, if that's something you're cool with or you're part, like, by all means, go ahead. It's not weird. But if you think it's not okay, then it's not okay. It's your wedding.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you know, let's say if it was a family member that's like, yeah, you know, go ahead. That's not a big deal. I get it. Everyone's together. It would make things a lot easier. Sure. But that's kind of lazy planning on his part at the end of the day.
Yeah. And waiting till the end. Waiting till it's about to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
I like how he said that, it would be a beautiful surprise. I mean, it's not really a surprise at that point if the whole family knows and is trying to push the other family member, the original poster, to tell him, you know, his brother yes. I don't know. To me, it's like, no, that you're not the asshole. Sure, that's probably a negative opinion on your family side, but that doesn't make you an asshole.
No, it's your wedding. If you don't want someone else taking the limelight, you know,
that's your choice to make.
That's your choice to make. Ultimately, that's up to you, and you don't want it, so they have to respect that. Not say that you're being a jerk.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm excited for?
What?
I want to read the comments because I already know that this is going to go completely opposite to how we feel.
You never know. So we do have some comments. This one says, "Not the asshole. You should tell your parents he must be short on money because he is using my event to get out of paying for and planning his own engagement."
Yeah.
Seriously, next they will rant to you. No, they will want you to have a cake for your brother, etc. Stop this right now before you get upstaged.
That's
Agreed.
Right. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. This one says, the fact that he wanted the DJ, microphone, and a scheduled moment tells you this wasn't 2 minutes. That's a full hijack of your reception. Yup.
That's right.
Yup.
I agree. Very, very good.
Then it says, you know he's going to do it no matter what. Original poster should prepare for this now. Tell the DJ not to hand over the microphone or listen to her brother at all. As for the family, what kind of special idiots are they?
Yeah, so true.
This one says, dude can't even go do something original for his girl. Makes the wedding an embarrassment and alienating the new married relatives. Maybe the bride cries loudly and a fight breaks out, hopefully.
Hey.
Anyway, not the asshole. And if he continues being a jerk, we'll tell his fiancée and have her pull the plug too. Tell her, and she deserves so much better than this kind of proposal. True.
So true.
True, 100%.
Very true. Hey, I think it's unanimous at this point.
Yeah, I think we could chalk it up to not... I mean, I don't think the asshole at all.
I don't think so either. And I think a lot of people, according to the comments even, I was very shocked about that.
Yeah. Last week, last time we were...
stomping on the poop in the drain from last week.
People were defending
People were defending that. I seriously thought it was going to be another, oh, come on, you're being so selfish.
No.
The only people that think that are the people that, just like they said, he might not have the money to do it.
Yeah.
You know, heck no. Like, for me, it's like...
Yeah, but if you don't have the money to do it, that's your own problem.
That's right.
At least they said that,
too. You know what I did? I went to a coworker who's a photographer, and he did a free engagement shoot for me. Like, I guess there's not a lot of people who are maybe lucky in that sense, but... There's ways. I networked my way into it. I got it done for free.
Go to the nearest
I paid Outback, gas money. That's it.
Go to the nearest Outback Steakhouse.
That's right.
And get on a knee for them. So you know.
But if he's going out, exactly, I get it though. Like if he's willing to go and piggyback off of someone else's event, he can just go.
Go to a McDonald's.
He can go to a fishing pond, like. Something like that.
Or like a special place that they shared.
It's free.
It's free.
You know? I mean, if he already bought the ring, that's the hard part. Honestly, to me.
No, let's do it at my brother's wedding.
That's like, hey, I'm not going to be creative, and they already did all the work of making it look nice.
That's what it sounded like, is he just didn't want to put forth the effort.
I really like that comment where it says next they want to give him a cake.
Yeah.
And you know what they're going to do? Oh, you already have a photographer anyway. Have him take pictures.
Let's use that too.
Yeah,
that's so true.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Not the asshole, and I respect his decision.
True. Same.
100%.
Sweet. We ready for the next one?
Absolutely.
All
right, so for our next story, we got, am I the asshole for publicly correcting my mother-in-law after she called me a bad mother in front of everyone? Ooh. I am 34 female, married to my husband, 36 male, for 7 years. Together for almost 10. We have 2 kids, 5 and 2. My relationship with my mother-in-law has always been tense, but mostly polite on the surface. She has very strong opinions about motherhood, especially the whole kids should always come first no matter what thing. I work full-time, my husband also works, we split childcare pretty evenly. I am not a perfect mom, but I am present, my kids are fed, loved, safe, and generally happy. Over the years, she made comments like, when I was a mother, I never needed help, or children suffer when mothers are too career-focused. Always said with a smile, so if you call it out, you look crazy.
Backseat momming.
Crazy. Last weekend, we had a family dinner for my husband's birthday. Extended family, about 12 people, kids running around, the usual chaos. At some point, my youngest had a meltdown because she skipped her nap. I took her to another room to calm her down. When we came back, I overheard my mother-in-law saying to my aunt-in-law, loudly enough for several people to hear, well, this is what happens when kids are raised without discipline. Mothers these days want to be friends, not parents. I froze. It was very clear she meant me. I felt humiliated and angry. My face was burning. No one said anything, just awkward silence. Oof.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
I tried to let it go for maybe 2 minutes, but she kept going, saying things like, I don't blame the kids, I blame the parenting, and laughing. Ooh. So I snapped. I said in front of everyone, please don't call me a bad mother in my own house. You raised your kids how you wanted, I'm raising mine how I think is right. If you have concerns, talk to me directly instead of gossiping like this. The room went dead quiet. She looked shocked and said I was being disrespectful and dramatic. Huh?
No.
My husband immediately pulled me aside and said I shouldn't have done that publicly, that I embarrassed her and that I should apologize to keep the peace. After dinner, she cried and told him I attacked her and undermined her authority as as a grandmother. Now my husband says he agrees with me in private, but still thinks I was wrong for saying it in front of everyone. He says I should have waited and talked to her later. I feel like if I didn't speak up right there, it would just continue forever. I'm tired of swallowing comments to be nice, but now the family group chat is weirdly silent, and my husband keeps hinting that an apology would smooth things over. I honestly don't feel sorry for what I said, only maybe how loud my voice was. So am I the asshole for calling her out publicly instead of taking the high road again?
No.
No. You're not the asshole at all.
No, she was being a bitch in front of everyone.
Yeah, she completely started it. She was fishing for a blow up like that.
I hate when like, as she said, the grandmother figure. I hate when it's like, instantly blames the mom, tries to put their 2 cents into it.
Yep.
Bitch, things were different 200 years ago in the Stone Age when the dinosaurs were running around.
That is a great point. Things were so different. How old are me and you? Almost 30 years ago?
Yeah.
How different were things? I mean, now, things are really different. And also, the kid was tired. From firsthand experience, my kids are angels up until they're freaking tired. Up until they're hungry. Up until, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way to know until it's too late sometimes.
You see the red on the eyebrows.
Yeah, you're screwed. You know if you don't get them down, you're screwed. And in a public party,
in front of everyone,
the kid's not going to want to go down.
Straight up bashing the mom. But then the dad says that she should have waited until it was just them. She knew what she was doing. And I hate parents that will do some really out of pocket shit like that.
Yeah.
And completely tear you down, and then later on cry and say that she was attacked for no reason.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
100%. Keep your comments to yourself. The grandma also could have talked to her privately if that's what really concerned her. She could have kept her mouth shut. She was embarrassing the original poster.
Yeah,
that's absolutely. She was doing it first,
especially about parenting.
Exactly. That's the number one thing you don't go after someone else's parenting. Like, you can have your opinion. You can keep it to yourself. You know, maybe on the car ride home with your significant other, you might say, "Ooh, that was crazy."
I didn't like this. That was crazy.
But you don't judge another person's parenting style. You don't know what that kid does.
Embarrass that poor lady.
You know that maybe the said kid, maybe she's. You never know. They might have like some kind of like mental disability or something to where you never know. Maybe there's something the parents are like, hey, she's fussy around her nap times. That's completely acceptable. But you never know if it's something different. And all you're doing is making that parent who's trying their absolute best
feel worse.
Feel like crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know if, let's say, I don't know, ADHD or anything like that. Like, parents automatically judge right away. Like, that kid is this, and it's totally the parent's fault. The parents might not even be aware yet of there's something going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they tried to, maybe they're doing their best, but there's no perfect way of parenting.
No, and sorry for trying to have a good relationship with my kids.
Yeah.
And not beat their ass.
Yeah, she said they're not disciplined.
It's like, it's not like the kids running around.
I discipline my
kids. Being a silver-toothed kid, fucking.
Yeah, well, I discipline my kids, as any parent should. Normally, hey, don't do that. Hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not the parent to go, hey, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
You smack me, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna spank your butt. And it's
could you please stop that? Yeah. It would be smart to stop.
We weren't raised like that, and it's crazy because the same grandparents that will absolutely used to beat the hell out of their kids are the same ones that say you should never do anything to your kids 20 years in the future.
Yeah.
Just maybe not speaking from personal experience, wink, but just saying that's the first thing a parent will do is absolutely go right back on the way that they were. You as a kid, you remember how your parents, or let's say your significant other, they remember how their parents were, and their parents were not like that. How they are with our kids is different how they were with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're a lot softer, they're a lot nicer, and they forget that 20 years ago, you were not Mrs. Nice and Polite or Mr. Nice and Polite. You were, hey, get your ass down or I'm going to beat it type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not necessarily that extreme, but you know what I mean. Like, they're guilty of the same exact thing of they have their parenting style and we have ours.
Yeah.
Things are also different now.
Back when they used to sleep in caves and drive rocks, it just, it was different.
Yeah.
We can't club our children.
Yeah. You can't get a ruler to the knuckles anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like, not that we should do that anyway, but it's like, I standardly discipline my kids to where,
but you're not.
But my kids do the same thing still.
Yeah.
I'm not like one of those parents that she's accusing original poster of being, but
my kids still do that. When they're super tired, they're nuclear.
They're cranky, yeah.
It's normal. Yeah. They get nuclear. It happens, especially at a public outing like that. Jeremy, would I ever be able to get my oldest down to bed at a big party like that?
No.
Absolutely not. Maybe it was nap time 4 hours ago, but the baby's like, I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out. And she's throwing a temper tantrum, freaking out about not getting a piece of chocolate or something. It's that simple. It's just simple, that's business.
That's just that's business as usual.
That is business as usual. That is the name of the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But well, how we feeling? Not the asshole?
Not the asshole.
No. I think she stood her ground. I think she stood up for herself. The husband needs to get the dildo out of his butt cheeks and side with his wife.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh no! If my in-laws went after my wife like that, I wouldn't be as polite.
No.
I wouldn't be like, maybe no. Actually, it would, in that situation, it would be my parents going after my wife. Oh, it's
even worse. Yeah, even better.
I have no problem telling my mom, hey, cut it out or you're done out of our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I don't love my mom. I love my mom deeply, but she also needs to respect my wife. Yeah. Shout out, Mom. All right, we ready for the next one?
Yep, we ready.
Awesome.
My second story is going to be, am I the asshole for breaking my friend's phone after he broke mine? How do you feel about that one?
I feel pretty good. It's not like we've ever done that to each other in the past or anything. No.
It's not like this one hits so close to home that it's why I chose the story.
That's going to be so cryptic for the audience. All right, let's get some preamble.
Let's preface with So Josh and I would do really dumb shit like that when we were younger. I think we did that with laptops one time where
you broke my laptop.
Yeah, because we were
arguing and he went to hit me and hit my laptop, and
it messed up so bad. I think I damaged the hard drive.
I had to take it to Geek Squad and have it
I had to
the
pay OS reinstalled. Yeah, it was pretty.
One time, Jeremy was one thing me and Jeremy used to do to each other really bad is one of us would be getting in trouble and he would point at me or I would point at him making a crying face.
Like, oh, you're crying.
Oh, you're crying. And we would do it so discreetly that no one like in the family would see, and I used to get so mad. One time I took my flip phone and I threw it at Jeremy's face. And I didn't mean to throw it at his face. I meant to just launch it in his direction, but I hit him in the lip and gave him a fat lip, and we had school the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he made a crybaby face at me because I was in the middle of getting in trouble.
I don't know what it was. It was like we used to get along, but when we were really younger, we used to have just this slight hatred. And like if one person was getting in trouble, they'd do the fucking cry face. One time
I knew it was free game as soon as I saw you getting in trouble from mom and dad. I was behind them going, poor thing, one time we would be fist fighting.
You got me really bad.
And I would always, and I know Jeremy did the same thing. I would always, as soon as he'd start coming after me, like shut up, F you, with fists. Because obviously, you're already getting in trouble.
Yeah, you already
He would come at me, and then my parents would be like, he didn't even do anything. You're mad at him because you're mad from us. And then Jeremy would be like, no, I swear. Vice versa.
You got me. We used to stay at our sister's house a lot growing up, and it was in the middle. It was just in the middle of all of us talking, and I think one of us got in trouble. I think I got hit for something. I don't even think I even did. And you did that in front of everyone. And I remember I got in your face and no one saw your ass do the fucking cry face. And he was like, why the fuck everyone's like, why'd you go after him? And it's like, what am I going to do? Sit there and explain the whole fucking cry face thing?
So for the past 10 years,
yeah, so we just fucking... he said I was crying. No, I got...
And the first thing they would say, and you know what they would say, what does it matter what he's doing?
Yeah, no, yep, you're the one in trouble.
Dude.
And
we used to get each other so bad.
Always
and
the worst moments.
And it was the worst timing. That's probably why we hated each other. But we would do it to each other.
Yeah. The problem. Only each other.
Yeah.
But... back to the story. Just had to.
That's the reason this one's.
Yeah, that's why I chose this one. This one stuck out to me. But it reads, I'm 17, she's a female, and I've been friends with Alex, 18 male, for around 2 years now. We're usually fine, and we really don't argue much, which is why this whole thing feels so messy. A few weeks ago, we were hanging out at his place. He picked up my phone to look at something and ended up dropping it. The screen completely shattered, and after that, it wouldn't even turn on. I was pretty upset, mostly because I can't really afford to replace it. He kept saying it was just an accident and that I was making a bigger deal than it was. He never offered to help pay for it or fix it at all. I tried to let it go, but honestly, it kept bothering me. I felt like he just didn't care. I mean,
fair.
Valid.
Yeah.
Last weekend, we were hanging out again, and his phone was sitting right there at the edge of the table. I was thinking about my phone, and I acted out of anger and just knocked it off. It hit the floor, and the screen cracked really bad, and now it barely works. He immediately got mad and started yelling at me, saying I did it on purpose and that I needed to pay for it. I reminded him that he never paid for mine, but he says that was a different case because it was an accident. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now he's telling mutual friends that I'm childish and petty.
Well,
I mean,
that was pretty childish and petty, though.
Some people are on my side, and say he's kind of had it coming since he didn't take responsibility before. Others say I went too far and made it worse by doing it on purpose. I'm starting to feel guilty, but also still annoyed about my phone. So I don't know if I'm actually in the wrong here.
So, see, that's a really tough one because, yes, you are the asshole for knocking his phone off. At the end of the day, two bad deeds does not create a good one. You know, like, two bads don't mean a right, you know?
No.
But, like, dude, also, that's pretty chopped of him to, like, let that slide. To, like, break your phone, even if it's accidentally. Yeah, you might not be in the financial situation, but at least, like, hey, let's find a crappy, cheap one on fucking Marketplace.
At least try making an attempt.
You know, at least, exactly.
Yeah, I'd feel terrible if I broke your phone.
Yeah, you know, like, at the very least, like, see, like, we gotta do something. That's what I would have said. You wouldn't have even felt the need to break my phone. Because, like, my first instinct is, I gotta do something.
Yeah, I gotta do at least offer.
So I understand why the original poster felt like doing that.
Yeah.
But to act on that impulse is just, you kind of just buried yourself.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, that's your fault.
Yeah, it was petty.
Yeah, if his wasn't complete accident, then, see, I'm sorry, but yeah, you are the asshole. Because his was an accident. Yes, the steps he took afterwards really suck. Mm-hmm. But he didn't break your phone intentionally. Yeah. You broke his intentionally.
But you're also, he didn't replace yours either. I think I'd say the same thing. I'd say you didn't replace mine, so we're even. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. Yes, it was purposefully, but still, it's even Stevens, right?
I guess so, because of the way that he went about it. You know, the way he didn't help at all.
Yeah, he didn't help at all.
Yeah.
He didn't even offer.
But you did yours purposely, though. That's what kills me. That's what kills me, dude. We can agree to disagree. 100%.
Sure.
But
agreed that it was petty on her part, but disagree on should she pay him back? No. Should she? Yes, she was in the wrong. Sure.
See, I don't think she should pay him back. No, because of the way he acted. But I think definitely
you're the asshole.
Did you do?
Yeah, you're definitely.
Why would you do that? So if the question is, am I the asshole for breaking it? Yeah. Sorry, you shouldn't have done that. Are you kind of justified? Can I kind of understand why you wouldn't pay for it? Also, you're not the asshole in that sense.
There we go.
Yeah.
Middle ground. Middle ground.
Well, we get there.
Yeah, we get there.
We take those.
Someone said, "Are you asking if two jerks is worse than one?" Someone said, "You're the asshole. How old are you? 3?" Yes, he was a jerk for not offering to pay for your phone, but breaking it was an accident.
That's kind of the stance.
You deliberately broke his. If I were him, I wouldn't get near you again. Okay.
Yeah, fair. I'm sorry, but fair.
Bit much.
But you broke mine purposely. That's the difference.
Yeah, just for revenge. Sure,
the revenge aspect. Exactly, the revenge aspect.
I don't see, like, oh, we'll never talk again. I don't see that. It's like, talk.
I'm at least going to be upset with you for a while.
Be upset, sure, but don't not talk to them anymore.
Yeah, I guess the end
Take
part
a break
I don't really
from
agree
them,
with,
maybe.
but I agree with the beginning part of, like, that's very childish. That's
very childish.
Like,
very
deceptive.
dumb.
You know, not deceptive, that's the wrong word, but that's revengeful. You know, that's like holding a grudge.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're going out of your way just to break something of mine because I accidentally broke yours, yes, he didn't offer to pay for it, but that's vengeful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a really tough one because it's like, morally, you're really not wrong, but technically,
No, I think morally you're an asshole. But I mean, considering the lack of empathy on the other guy's part.
Yeah, it's wrong that he did that, but it's also wrong of what you did.
Of what you did back.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
For sure.
Ever.
Yeah.
Two wrongs make a no more friends.
No more. Yeah.
You know. So I guess we both can agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because technically.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Yeah.
Right on.
Cool. Ready for the next one?
Yes, sir. So, for my second story, I have, am I the asshole for reporting my relative for disability fraud? Ooh, you gave me a fun one.
Why? I mean, if you don't... Go ahead.
That's rough.
Go ahead.
Because I'm going to be so conflicted.
Yeah.
All right. This is a thinker, but let's read it first. In May of last year, I started working with my cousin providing 24-hour care for a wealthy older woman. The woman is 80 years old, was an only child, never married or had any children. Her only living close relatives are a cousin and aunt that are also up there in age, never married or never had children either. She has what she considers a boyfriend, quote unquote, who is her power of attorney, and she's leaving everything to him in her will. We live in a small town, and the thing is that her boyfriend actually has a girlfriend that lives with him. Whoa! Okay, I'm pretty sure she knows of his girlfriend, but it's one of those things that doesn't get talked about. She basically has cut off her two remaining relatives for not liking him and telling her that he has someone. The way I see it, it's not my business, so I stay out of it. In October, she told me that she would be splitting the hours... Sorry, the way this person posted, it's all messed up. It says, in October, she told me that we would be splitting the week's hours in half equally from then on, because the workload was a lot. I don't know how she got the job. We live in a small town, and it was just word of mouth. She started off on her own, but when she realized she needed the days off, she asked me to come in. We both worked 80 hours a week and worked out our schedule. I worked every weekend, and she agreed that if I ever wanted a weekend off, we would switch for that week. After a while of us working there, I noticed she would try and make it seem like I was inadequate, especially when talking to the person who writes our checks. The elderly woman we provided care for had suffered a stroke before we got there and had some erratic behavior since then. She did give both of us a hard time, but my cousin would always make it seem like that lady would only give me a hard time, and she would say, it's because you're younger, so she tries to mess with you. I'm 42, she's 52. Okay. As if it's like 20 versus 60. Like, respect your elders. Okay. We're getting paid well, and it was the first time in a long time that I've actually been able to fix things in my house or save money. On Halloween, I was off and got a call from my cousin to come to work because the lady was running her off. I was out of town, so it took me a while to get there. On my way there, she texted me. I told him that if I leave, then you leave too. It made me mad because I was not on board with that. I am single and don't have a secondary income. I didn't say anything, but I remembered how that burned me. Things settled down that day, so we continued to work there. However, after that day, she told me that she was trying to milk things during the argument to try and get it to where we were earning more per hour. That also didn't sit well with me, only because I was afraid they would think that we were asking for too much, and I felt like she was speaking for both of us, taking advantage, and that's not how I do things. The following week, when we were getting paid, I noticed that she was getting paid $500 more than me for the same work and amount of hours I did. On top of that, she is married and her husband doesn't work. So when she stays in for the night, he stays also. So he also gets $500 paychecks a week. So between the two of them, they were getting $1,000 more to do the same job I was doing. I didn't say anything again, but I noticed. Since we started working there, she had gotten $30,000. She had gotten a $30,000 eye surgery, bought a car, bought a Harley Davidson, and is renting an additional apartment while she gets her home remodeled. In addition to that, she was talking about wanting to get a BBL. We were getting paid good, but I know she had to be putting some of that on payments. Sorry, the way they typed this out is crazy. I understand the struggle, but can you type it, please? In December, she told me that over the summer, she had gotten a $30,000 check for back pay disability, and she gets a $1,500 disability check weekly. Apparently, years ago, she had hired an attorney to get disability for fibromyalgia. The thing about that is, 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I struggle with it daily. Coincidentally, about 6 months after my diagnosis, she said she was diagnosed with fibromyalgia as well. I take 4 medications to help me function every day, and even like that, I still have a flare-up once a week or every 2 weeks. On my 3 days off, I have to at least take 1 day off to recover to prevent the chances of me getting a flare-up. And she seems to never have symptoms or flare-ups, so I kind of think she went to the doctor saying that she had the symptoms I had just to get the diagnosis. I can't prove that, but I am almost positive that's what happened. Before this job, she would always say that she didn't want to work anymore and that she would never work for a quote-unquote real job. Her husband and her are always spending their money and are never home on their days off. I know everyone's symptoms are different but with fibromyalgia, but she doesn't seem to be struggling with it. In December, my cousin and I had an argument because she was doing crazy, sneaky stuff. For example, she said she had a waitress friend at a nearby restaurant where the boyfriend and the other woman go eat all the time. She said that she was able to convince the waitress to get pictures of them eating together and send them to her so she can use the pictures as leverage. She also follows the other woman on Facebook, and she started complaining a lot to me about how it looks that woman spends a lot of money. Almost like she was jealous and crazy because she was talking like that money was hers. Then she starts saying that she's going to start telling the old lady we provide care for her for that she can change the will. And that was going to tell her and that she was going to tell her that her boyfriend has another girlfriend. In my mind, I'm thinking my cousin is doing stuff and it's going to affect my job. So I told her to stay out of it, and besides the other 2 people who tried to tell her about it, she got cut off and she doesn't speak to them anymore. She knows, and she still is giving Jim everything. That's none of our business. So then, if she says something, they're going to get cut off. And he's like, don't do that. This is how we make our money. Like, that's just crazy. My cousin didn't like that, so she started giving me a hard time at work. First, she tried to cut my hours, and then for 2 weeks, she scheduled me to work 2 days every week. 2 weeks every day shift with just 1 day off. And her and her husband, we just getting paid all that money. Man, the way they typed this is insane. No. With just 1 day off, and her husband were just getting paid all that money to literally just sleep there. Other times, she would schedule a list of chores for me to do around the house on the days I worked and no chores the days she worked. I knew what she was doing. She was trying to get me to quit, but I didn't. I needed this job. I kept my mouth shut and still showed up and did my job the way I was supposed to. This went on since December. Last week, I worked my 3.5 day shift, and everything was fine. The old lady had a nice, peaceful weekend with me. Midday on my first day off, I get a call from my cousin. She tells me that I am no longer wanted there by the old lady. I asked why, because everything had been fine, and things were fine when I left there. She said she won't say why, but do you want me to pack your stuff you have around here and take them to you because you are not allowed back? Twice this week I've seen them in town. Both times she avoided me. I think she doesn't want me asking why the old lady fired me.
I'm not gonna lie. I was angry because I know that my cousin lied or manipulated things to get rid of me. I normally pick and choose my battles carefully, but this is how I was putting food on my table. I did try and talk to the boyfriend that signs our paychecks, and I did tell him what was going on, but I think he is afraid of my cousin, or at least he won't stand up to her. So ultimately, she got her way. To top it off, she's been posting things on Facebook directed towards me, trying to make it seem like I tried to screw her over. One post said that it's not her job to make sure other people eat. Another post was about how you think you know someone, but you really have no idea. I am not the one to do victim thing or play everything heard. I am not the one to do victim thing or play games back and forth trying to get my version of everything heard. Okay, I thought they typed it that way. My focus has been on finding a job, but what she did still burns me. The other day I got into her Facebook and took screenshots of all of her posts at work with intentions of reporting her for disability fraud. I haven't done it yet, but because it's not for the right reasons. It's a revenge thing, and I'm afraid that if I do report her, it just makes me a crappy person, as she is. Normally, I would just let God take care of it or karma, but this that she did was personal. She knows how I've struggled my entire life trying to make it on my own. She knows that I needed this job, and that she still decided to screw me out of it. If I report her, will that make me an asshole? If I report her, will I have bad karma?
No.
No!
Fuck that fucking bitch. What?
That's crazy.
That's insane. Good. This bitch is on healthcare. She's still working. Report. Gone. If someone in my family I was working with was doing the same thing and they screwed me out of the job I needed, I would snitch. Gone. You are done. Say goodbye. Oh yeah. So pitchforks. I'm putting up. My pitchforks are coming.
She sounds like, someone I know in my life who doesn't want to work a job, who wants to get free money, who will lose a job right away and live off of disability or workman's comp.
Unemployment.
Always wants to be unemployed, always wants to do nothing and get paid.
Yeah.
It sounds like she doesn't want to do nothing and she's jeopardized by him. I don't know what he did to make her feel jeopardized, because it sounds like he wasn't doing nothing. It sounded like he was just grateful to have that job.
Yeah. Is he... That's a he? I thought they were both females.
Maybe. They,
them.
They, yeah.
Yeah, that.
No. But, whoever, honestly, that story was really long.
It was long,
remember.
yeah.
But, OP. Maybe, I don't know. That's just crazy, but I don't think anything that they did was wrong. I don't, it doesn't sound like that person did anything to make her feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the original poster I don't think they should feel bad for going and saying something.
I think so too, especially if they actually suffer with fibromyalgia, and if the cousin's like, well, I'm their cousin, I can just get away with it.
I tell her, check her for fibromyalgia too. Snitch. Goodbye. There goes half your income.
Yeah.
I'd go talk to the old lady too. I'd get in her ear.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you should put me in your will.
No.
That other bitch
You're
stinks.
going the exact other direction.
That other bitch stinks. She sucks. She said you're ugly and old.
Yeah. She said you don't like your boyfriend.
She don't like your
She's trying to make up things about him having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Did they both lose their jobs?
Okay. Good. Take it down with me.
Yeah.
Bye. Let's go.
No, that's crazy. I think it's a jealousy thing. I think it's this is all mine and I'm going to work my way into this will or something like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe she
cut everyone else out of the way.
That's right. Maybe she feels threatened in some way. Maybe because he or she actually did all the work to actually deserve that, and maybe the cousin was like, you know what, I'm not going to do any of this work.
I want it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you do everything, though.
They're going to like you more, so I'm going to find a way to get rid of you.
I'm going to fucking ruin you.
And especially if they're not talking to you anymore, that's a guilt trip.
Clear indicator.
Yeah.
Clear indicator you're... Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Not the asshole.
No, not the...
Oh, you'd be reported.
I'd report. Oh, I'd be gone. Oh, I'd make sure... I would make I would ruin you.
Yeah.
I would. Half of your income would be gone because your husband. Is it her who had the disability, or her husband, or boyfriend, or whatever? Her. Yeah. Oh, she'd be ruined.
Yeah.
I'd make sure.
I believe it was her because
I'd say she's doing great. You should look into that.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's working.
I don't know. The only argument I could have against that is your family technically. But if that family member got you fired, that's not family.
That's not family. No, at that point, if they're trying to fuck you out of if a family member fucks you out of a job, I'm coming for your I'm coming for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin you. I'm gonna ruin us both.
Yeah, take you down with me.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Ready for the next one?
Absolutely.
So the next one I have is, am I the asshole for cussing out someone who reached out to me after 4 years of being ghosted? Ooh. I'm a 24-year-old, and 4 years ago was my senior year in high school, and it was the toughest period of my life. At the time, I'd always stay in school even after classes were over, so I could avoid dealing with fam problems at home. One time, I noticed a girl sitting outside of our school on the side of the road, but she was wearing a different uniform, so I thought she didn't go there, so I approached her and asked. Turns out she was waiting for her little brother to finish so she can take him home. And when we started talking turns out we had a lot in common, so we decided to add each other. She was so sweet, so funny, very kind and understanding. And there wasn't a bad bone in her body. She was a geek like me and had the purest heart. So naturally, I started developing feelings for her, but I never said anything. I didn't want to make her uncomfortable or ruin the friendship we had. I told her everything that was going on at home and told her things I've never told anyone in my life. And she was a good listener, and I enjoyed hanging out with her a lot. Every time she comes to pick her little brother up, we would hang out. And when I don't see her for a while, I'd pull up to her school and hang out with her. I went all out when it came to seeing her. She can text me at 5 a.m. and I'd drop everything just to go help her out. I brought her gifts. I helped her with schoolwork. I even bought her little brother some toys and was always there for her whenever she needed me. And every time I talked to her, we'd end up talking for hours and I'd forget everything that was ever bothering me. Now I knew she came from a strict family, so I didn't ever want to ask her for something that I knew was going to get her in trouble or for her with her parents. So we always hung around school gates and everything went smoothly. I loved her so much and I've never felt this way towards a girl in my life. Then after 2 years of friendship, she removed me from everywhere. Blocked me from all socials, blocked my number, and I haven't heard from her at all. She just vanished, and I tried to reach out, no answer. Then I got so worried, wondering if I ever made her uncomfortable or if I ever said anything that hurt her. Although I've always made sure I was extra careful and gentle when it came to her. It's been 4 years since she ghosted me, and now I have a job, a loving girlfriend, and I graduate soon. Yesterday I saw a message from her, my heart dropped. She randomly texted me like nothing happened. Like I didn't just get ghosted for 4 years with no explanation. Like I didn't just pour my heart and soul out for her. And she decided to just shut me out from everything in her life. I replied and asked how everything's going calmly. We talked for a bit and I couldn't text her like nothing happened anymore. I've been bottling up things for way too long and I've been hurt for a really long time and she has the nerve to text me like she did nothing. I replied with a long message, basically asking where the fuck she's been all these years. I told her I kept blaming myself for God knows how long. And even if she doesn't want to talk to me again, it's fine. But the least she could do is give me an explanation. She apologized, but that didn't cut it for me. I was a bit harsh on her, but I didn't care anymore. I have a girlfriend now, and I have no reason to be talking to her. It's too late to say anything now, so just straight up blocked her. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
4
years?
Yeah.
And you decide
with no explanation.
And you decide to text me out the blue?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd tell you to go kill yourself.
But that's how women are nowadays, though. Honestly, like, not even women. That's how everyone is nowadays.
Unfortunately,
that's the dating game now. That's really unfortunate. That's like. It just
how it
happens.
Goes.
Yeah. That's how it goes. It
happened to me.
Probably wasn't something you did. She probably just broke up with someone after 4 years.
Oh yeah.
She was playing you along because she wanted that attention.
Wanted someone to talk to, yeah.
While she was waiting for some fucking chud
How did you guys feel?
I would have been like,
pretty bad.
No, get away from me.
I would say, get the fuck away from me.
Her number wouldn't even be on my phone anymore. Like, you're gone.
How pretty is she, though?
Oh, okay, Jeremy.
I mean...
All right.
Depends on who it is.
The dog still barks.
Yeah, the dog still barks.
Hey, gotta give a dog his bone.
Yeah. How would I feel? Depends on who it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Jeremy.
Just kidding. I mean, if you're just texting me to text, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off, but you hit me up.
But why?
Yeah, you hit me up to come over. Might just take the trip.
All right. I don't know. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You are not the asshole in any way.
No, I don't think so. I'm glad you blocked her.
Yeah, you did.
You're an idiot. You'd be an idiot, especially having a girlfriend right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's rekindle.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. No.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah, I'm conflicted now. Time to ghost the girl I've been with.
Yeah, exactly.
And then get ghosted again.
Yeah, exactly, because that girl's just going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
There's something about you.
If someone does that, they're going to keep doing it.
That's right. All they're doing is they moved on from their last 4-year relationship after not talking to you. Yeah. They dumped you because they got a new person in their catalog.
Yep.
You know
and then they split up for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you're just the rebound.
Yeah, exactly. So, pretty unanimous.
Yeah, you're not the butthole.
Not the booty hole. All right, we ready for our next one? All right. So, for my third story, I have, am I the asshole for not cleaning up dog poop on my birthday?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe? Let's see.
I mean, did you put it off for that long?
I love how, I know this is going to be interesting because it says for context. The very first words are for context. For context, I, 27 female, live with my parents. I work part-time. Temporarily, the job should move to full-time in a few months. And make dinner 5 times a week, from scratch for my mom's diet and my dietary needs, as well as helping around the house, but I do not pay rent. I have my own dog, A5, and my dad has a dog, D10. So...
Is the dog fucking 10?
Yeah. A is 5 years old and D is 10 years old. My brother, 25 male, also lives here and pays $200 a month in rent, but he gets the entire basement to himself and has less frequent responsibilities regarding the house, but he is expected to do more physically demanding things because he's 6'3", able-bodied, 25-year-old guy, and I'm disabled and small. My grandfather died last week and it's been rough. We were expecting it, but it's still hard. Because he's lived with us, there was a lot of stuff to move around. My mom had to take down the barrier to the living room. We do not use it to temporarily put stuff in there, and I was unaware. The living room has a grass rug, and my dogs just have to go potty on it. It's always been a problem with the dogs. Anyway, today is my birthday, and we found that one of the dogs pooped on the grass rug 1 to 3 days ago.
It's been sunbathing. It's a white poop. It's a white dog poop from Step Brothers.
It's been there and no one noticed it. My mom immediately blamed A for doing it and told me that I should clean it up. I protested that it wasn't necessarily her. D is getting old and has done this before too, and that the room should have been blocked off because we knew this was a problem with both dogs. She got incredibly mad and went to pick up dinner, and admittedly my request for my birthday. I can't clean the grass rug because I have deformed ribs and it's very painful to scrub for extended periods of time. It triggers my costochondritis, which makes me feel like I'm having a heart attack. I would have been able to clean it up completely if it had been on any other part of the floor, but because that area that is usually blocked off because of the rug was not blocked, it was an issue. Am I the asshole for not cleaning it up?
No.
First of all,
let's not make up diseases.
I don't think that's made up.
He can't bend over. He's probably just fat. He's probably, let's just be real, he probably just can't bend over to pick up, he just doesn't want to pick up the dog poop.
Well, let's take their word.
Sure.
Let's take their word. I think it is a bigger deal, because why would they bring it to Reddit if it wasn't? You know what I mean? Or, I mean, I guess... Some people do, but let's take their word for it, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's their, if they're making the decision to bring this to all the way to this far and bring it to Reddit, they're just a crappy person for that. But let's take it for face value. Maybe that is an issue, maybe that is a problem. But, okay, what does it being your birthday have to do with cleaning it up?
It's my birthday, I ain't cleaning up dog poop.
But it's your dog. Theoretically.
Oh, if it's his...
You live under your parents' roof,
but they don't know
rent.
whose dog it was.
That's right.
If I caught little D in there, is D was his, the 10-year-old one?
The dad's dog, yeah.
Which one was his? A?
A.
If A was in there pooping on my birthday, I'd be embarrassed, because there's crap on the ground, there's probably people there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up. If D did it, I'd be like, Dad!
You know what? I guess a part of me kind of feels like, dude, just bend at the knees instead of the back a little bit. If bending over makes you feel like you're going to have a heart attack.
I can't pick it up.
No, it's not like that. I'm not familiar enough with the disease.
Sure.
But I guess, I don't know. Dude, that's lame either way, because it's like, I get it, and I almost kind of like, I want to say he's being a little dramatic for sure.
Being dramatic,
for sure.
I think so.
I think I'm the birthday boy, and
I should not pick up my dog's poop.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know that disease. I don't know how serious that is. You know what I mean? It could be something very unserious, and maybe he's just going, well, also, on top of it being my birthday, it could be this. That happens. People do that. You know what I mean? But I also kind of feel like I can see it from both sides, because it's like, on one end, it's like, why complain about it and nag at someone else to do it? Just pick it up if you noticed it.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it.
Yeah.
It's dog poop in your house.
But if it was your dog, just, and if everyone thinks that there's evidence that it was your dog, just pick it up.
Just pick it up. Dude, personally, if I was living with my mom right now, and I had a dog that crapped downstairs, if there was a chance that it was mine...
It's yours.
I would... Okay.
Immediately blamed for it.
I'd be the type to just pick the motherfucker up before anyone notices it. Why are you making a deal out of it?
You know what? I'm kind of recanting what I said about, like, oh, maybe the disease does make it really hard. Maybe it does. But what do you do the other 364 days a year? Do you just not pick up the poop?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
If that's the case,
Dad, dog poops.
you should be accommodating yourself. Get yourself a pooper scooper. Seriously. You know what I mean? That may sound funny. You know what I mean? But, like, not even trying to be funny, but if you've had that dog 5 years, you've had 5 years to get a pooper scooper, if that's the case.
You've had 5 years of turds picked up.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there to take care of that. Not to be insensitive to a disease that could be more serious than I'm thinking, but there's ways to accommodate yourself for that.
Pick up after your dog.
Yeah, just pick up after your dog, even if it's your birthday. It's been 1 to 3 days. That was pre-birthday.
Yeah, it's probably all white and hard. Yeah, it's done.
It's a boulder.
It's a boulder. There's probably like 4 other poops with it.
It's a lava rock.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's 4 to 8 piles next to it, probably. Let's be real.
Unanimous. Sorry, I think asshole.
I think asshole too.
I think asshole. I mean,
comments, anything?
All right. So for comments,
I
already know we're
the
cooked
beautiful
because
world.
it already says in the top, not the asshole. So
it's your birthday.
Not the asshole. If you can't do it for a legit medical reason, you can't do it. Also, I don't think you need to give the dogs anonymity. But that's like
for real, giving them names and
how
old they are. Like that just made it worse. My dad's old ass dog pooped.
I'm gonna have I just think I disagree with that. Oh, not because I'm being insensitive to a medical disease, but it's like...
There's steps you could have taken.
There are definitely steps you could have taken. Like, if it is that serious, the dog's 5 years old, you've had 5 years to figure that out.
Get a broom and a dustpan for only poopies.
Yeah. You know, like, it's just a quick pickup. I mean, I'm just lazy. I would probably do that. If I had a separate broom and dustpan for poop, that's just smart.
That's smart. That is tactical. My
dog is fully trained to go outside, but it's like, that's a tactical move.
Yeah.
Honestly. I got another comment. It says, info. What is a... They're asking for more info. What is a grass rug? Well, I mean... The comment says, well, I mean, it's a grass... Well, I mean it as a rug made of woven, dried out grass. So it's a rug made of grass. Thank you, Jeremy. Tooting the horn.
Sorry.
The tank's full.
I burped.
It says, thank you for answering my question. I honestly had no idea what a grass rug meant. Not the asshole. It seems like your disability...
what's fucking 1 + 1?
It says, not the asshole. It seems like your disability makes this chore exceedingly painful for you. But you've been doing it for 5 years. Yeah, that's the thing. Has someone else been picking the poop up for you all this time?
That was such a good point, because what the fuck have you been doing for the past 5? The motherfucker's 5 years old. Has he been eating his poop? Has the other dog been chasing after...
I mean, not to be insensitive, but like, come on,
that.
It's been 5 years.
You're at your mom's. They probably been picking it up for you. They probably got tired of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't bend up. Shut up. Get a pooper, bro.
Seriously though, a pooper scooper would fix that.
Broom and dustpan dedicated for poop.
That would honestly, if you're not doing that, you need to go do that.
Go do that. Hey, get it, guy. Hey, you're welcome.
I don't even need to read more comments. Are we both?
Yeah.
I think everyone else on Reddit thinks not the asshole, but I think
he's an idiot. Yeah.
All right.
Fucking.
Jared is hard on that one. All right. Ready for our next story?
Yep. Final one for me. All right. So my last story is: am I the asshole for wanting to go to the funeral of a girl that I helped get addicted to drugs? Ooh. I'm 26 and clean from heroin for 3 years. I was also a piece of shit and used to deal for a while. I managed to get with a beautiful girl named Marcy when I first started getting into the thick of things. She knew who I was, but she said she loved me. I will regret this for the rest of my life, but I was the person who shot up Marcy for the first time. After that, there was no stopping her. She stuck around with me, probably because I was her dealer more than anything. But then I got clean, and I never saw her again for a long time. A year ago, she reached out to me on Facebook and told me that she had been clean for a few months and said that she didn't hate me for what happened and she hoped I was still clean. Last week, I got a call from my sister who told me that she saw on Facebook that Marcy had OD'd, and there was a funeral service this upcoming Thursday. I immediately just burst into tears because I hoped that this was never happen, and I feel so much guilt over it. I want to go to the funeral service for her, but I'm afraid that my presence would be unwanted. At the most, I would just slip in the back, pay my respects, and leave. I need to do this for myself. Am I the asshole for wanting to go?
That's so tough.
That's a tough one.
That is a really tough one because on one hand, it's like, I totally understand, like, you know what? No.
You feel like you...
I don't understand because you know what? You shot her up for the first
time,
Papa.
You got her into it.
Yeah, that's tough. That's hard because a part of me is like, I totally understand. Like, you just want to...
He wants that closure.
You want that closure, but that's kind of selfish.
Yeah.
Because you're not that you're the reason she passed away. It's your own choice.
Don't sugarcoat it. He's the reason.
Yeah. Because he knew damn well that's a really hard thing to fucking get off of.
Yeah.
There's some people that can't get away from that. Yeah. Hence that being an example.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's good for him to try to get that closure, but I think he also needs to take into consideration, like, the family might not want him there.
No.
They're not going to be nice to him.
No, I don't.
They're gonna be like, because I guarantee you, she probably not opened her mouth in a negative sense, but she probably talked about him.
Yeah.
You know, oh, my boyfriend.
He gets me smack.
Yeah. You know, like, because, you know, when you're doing that, not that we would know, but I'm saying, like, yeah. But, but no, like, I've seen crackheads, I've seen people that do drugs, like, they're very open. They say a lot more than they need to. Personal stuff. You know, and I guarantee you while they were dating, she was like, oh yeah, he gets me drugs to the family. And I bet you the family's like if he shows up.
Especially the dad. Yeah. If he shows up, I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't want to say he's the asshole for wanting to go. I want to say he's the asshole because of the circumstances that led them there.
Yeah.
You know, he caused that at the end
maybe
of the day.
If he never showed, maybe it would never. But you never know. Someone else could have showed her down the road, but it wouldn't have fallen on him.
Maybe she didn't even know he was at first, and maybe she was like, I can fix him.
Yeah.
That's a huge problem.
And then he dragged her down and then she lost her life because of it.
And he probably told her, just try it with me one time, and if you don't like it, we'll both stop.
And then he couldn't stop.
Oh, that's so hard. That's so
and she
sad.
Couldn't get off of it, yeah.
She was the one that couldn't get off of it. He got off of it. Man, the conscience, I get why he wants to do that.
Feels guilty.
Like, such a guilty conscience.
Yeah, that's such a guilt trip.
Conscience. That's rough.
Yeah.
Do we have any comments or updates?
Let me check for you. So this person says, you're not the asshole for wanting to go, but you would be the asshole if you did go. Your presence would not be welcomed. Go mourn privately somewhere else.
That's true.
Also, this comment was edited to add, it's a dick move to use this opportunity to do this for yourself, as you put it. Yeah. Her family's not putting on a funeral to lessen the guilt of people who got their child addicted to heroin.
That's true.
Find someone else to do for yourself. Find something else to do for yourself. Maybe talk about it at an NA meeting or something. This person said, agreed. Original poster did enough. I would be irate if my brother's heroin dealer had the audacity to show up to my brother's funeral, mourn elsewhere.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So, that's so rough. The reason it's rough is because I get it. Like, you want to go clear your conscience. But, dude, you know what? You put yourself in that predicament.
Yeah, you introduced it to her.
You put her in
you put her in the ground, sorry to say. Yeah. Sorry to be rip the Band-Aid off, but you put her in the ground.
Sure, like, it's everyone's
She did it to her. She did it to herself, but he opened that door.
He facilitated
that. He facilitated. He opened the door to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I think we both can agree. Asshole.
Is the asshole...
Sadly.
No, not the asshole for wanting to go. Is the asshole if he actually went.
At the end of the day, sadly, asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Ready for the next one?
It's our last one.
All right, so for our last story, we're actually going to be doing something a little special. We got told by a recommendation that we should do a paranormal story. So we're going on Reddit and we're finding paranormal stories. This one's about psychokinesis. Story is titled, A Random Guy Called Me About My Kitchen, and He Was Right. I'm already scared. I'm already going to piss myself. Ominous music in the background. This happened in I ain't doing all that. Yeah. I'll put a couple. We can't edit. I'll put a boom in there, so I'll put that. I'm not putting in no ominous music. Good. If someone can send me some royalty-free ominous music, sure. This happened back in October. Normal weekday evening, I was home alone, sitting in my kitchen, scrolling on my phone. I got a call from an unknown number. I usually ignore those, but I was waiting to hear back about something I'd listed for sale, so I picked up. A guy started talking to me immediately. No intro. Hi, I'm really sorry. This is going to sound weird, but are you in your kitchen right now? I kind of laugh and I go, yeah? He says, is the only light on the one above the stove? Like the rest of the place is kind of dark? And that's when I stopped smiling, because yes, I only had the stove light on.
I asked him what this was about. He explains that a couple weeks ago, he was scrolling through listings for furniture, and one of the photos had a kitchen in the background. Mine. He said for some reason the image stuck with him. Then he tells me that he's had the same dream 3 times. He's standing somewhere that feels like a hallway, looking into that kitchen, and there's a woman sitting at the table. Me. At this point, I'm thinking it's some elaborate prank until he says, on the counter, to the right of the sink, there's a water bottle, almost empty. I literally turn my head while he's saying it, and there's my half-empty water bottle. The last thing he says before hanging up was, I don't know why, but in the dream I had this strong feeling you need to check your mailbox, like the physical one in your building. I probably would have brushed it off, but the whole call freaked me out enough that I went downstairs, I went in my mailbox, I noticed about a registered letter. I'd missed it a few days earlier. Turned out to be a fine I forgot about that was close to being escalated. Another week and it would have been way worse. The weirdest part? He never asked my name, never asked where I lived, and he never called again. I still don't know if this was a 1 in a million coincidence or if my brain just wants it to mean something, but I saved the number, just in case.
Dude, my diapers. They sent me my tax forms.
It was Big Ben.
Big Ben.
We have some comments.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but my pants are full of piss right now.
I'm so scared. I'm literally shaking.
It says, ugh, is this more bot AI?
Dude, I kept seeing those comments on some of the posts I was reading. I just scrolled past them because I was like,
Dude, that's what you're supposed to do.
you're not supposed to read those ones.
Start over. We have some comments.
I'm leaving this
Someone
in.
commented on that saying, 0-day account? Check. Only activity here? Check. Perfect AI level writing but poor writing in the comments? Check. Hackneyed Twilight Zone-like story? Check. Hot girl profile picture? Check. Super sus. I think we need a can't post if your account is under 30 days rule. So this is a bot.
Probably, but it was a good. Read more.
It was spooky.
It was so scary.
It was so scary that it was
Read
AI.
it. You don't read.
How did AI know that it was my kitchen?
That. How'd you know I had one light on? And a water bottle. Someone's looking in. They're fucking peering in. I'm looking at you.
There's a drone outside.
Yeah, there's a drone. Zzz.
I wondered what that ominous honing sound was.
I just thought it was my fucking ears ringing.
Twilight Zone.
This is AI slop.
This is all about how it's a bot.
Well, there's no fucking comments.
A registered letter wouldn't be in your mailbox. A signature would be required to receive.
We tried.
I think I just unpissed my pants.
Yeah. All the piss that was in my pants
so
just
true.
went back into my
Because
dick.
that's so true. Why would a registered letter be in the mailbox?
Dude, I didn't fucking know that.
Because the drone signed for it and put it in the mailbox.
And the guy staring through my window scared the mailman off.
This post is AI prodding for info. Dude.
Okay, well, there's no comments. Well, 0 comments to help us.
0 comments about the story.
Cool. Any updates? Fuck no.
Any updates? Beep boop 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 boop.
This was posted 1 day ago. Beep beep beep.
Please respect your authority.
It was probably a copy and paste because that does happen a lot. It's not even. I don't even think it was AI. I don't think AI gives a fuck enough about Reddit.
I think people have bot farms of people posting stuff like that to get like upvotes.
True.
But you know what?
I mean, but what do you think of the initial story of? Because I've heard, or like even seen videos or read stuff about things like that where like
it's not no Jeff the Killer or Slender Man.
Oh, get that fucking Slendy Tubbies. Get that shit out of here.
That should be our next
fucking
story.
Fuck
Slendy
no.
Tubbies.
I think no. On Halloween, we need to do we need to do all creepypasta.
Tubbies. We gotta do Slender Tubbies.
For Valentine's Day, I was thinking we do like really shitty Valentine's Day stuff. Like,
am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? Valentine's Day edition.
Wife a mop and bucket.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Not showing up.
If you guys find any, please send them to us. Please send us horrible, like, couple, like, Valentine's Day Reddit posts, because we're gonna be doing those, and we're gonna definitely shout you out. We gotta do a Valentine's. Yeah, if you send us one. Scour Reddit. Please find them. We're making a Valentine's Day special.
Yeah. Oh, special?
Might have some highlights. Maybe a mini-sode.
Ooh, oh my god.
It's scary.
I'm so scared. My pants are still pissed.
I've already shit my pants. All right.
Well, should we end this transmission?
I think so, Captain.
Great. I wasn't expecting that. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Like I said, we got some stuff going on this week. Sorry we had to skip last week. We had some technical difficulties with my mic specifically. We're actually still working on fixing it. It's working right now, but, we're making some moves, trying to get it to where there's better cable management. The whole reason it stopped working was crappy cable management, and we got it to work for now. We got an episode and a half, I would say, coming out this week to compensate for last week. We're getting stuff going. Right now we're figuring stuff out.
It's been a lot of fun so far.
Exactly. It's been a lot of fun. I love doing this just for the love of the game.
Yeah.
It's not perfect by all means. Like I said, we are trying to get a third mic. We are trying to get not that it's hard to do, but once we have a better setup of being able to have a guest, we're going to start having a guest. But I wanted to do that right when we got video. We'll see. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Maybe we will just have voice, but once we have video, I definitely want to start getting some guests in on here. People we find funny. People we find interesting.
Yeah. People we know.
We could start our episode with, like, a quick chat between the three of us or four of us,
Get to know who's on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Share a little bit about our week.
Yeah,
and then share a little bit with our guest. And then we all can just jump right into it type of thing. But that's in the works. Like I said, I'm going into a podcast this week at my community college. And it's at Barstow Community College. Welcome. Thank you guys for listening. Our new listeners, thank you guys for listening.
If anyone's listening from over there, welcome.
Thank you for joining us. I hope we didn't scare you away.
I hope that last story didn't scare you too much.
I hope our AI-generated story at the end didn't scare you away. But like I said, we're doing that. Maybe you guys can listen to the podcast over at the college. I don't know how it works over there. But
what's the name of it? Do you know?
No.
Okay, well, we'll get that information.
We'll get that.
Yeah,
we'll
probably
plug it in the bottom.
Plug it. Yeah, we'll plug it either in the bottom or in the next one.
Like I said, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for joining us. Can't wait to see where this goes. You got anything else, Jer?
No, I think we're good. Thank you, everyone, for the support. We've been getting a lot of good feedback from friends, people outside of work. We have an Instagram. We have YouTube. All under the same name. If you want to give us a comment, go check it out. We're on every podcasting platform there is.
Pretty soon we're going to be having some polls coming. All your guys' comments mean a lot to us. When you guys leave comments, let us know what we're doing good. Let us know what we can do better.
Yeah.
We listen. We want to make sure that we're giving you guys the best experience, because at the end of the day, who's keeping this place going? It's the people who are listening. So, ready to wrap it up?
Yep. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.